welcome back, friends. Glad you are here to join us again. Happy New Year. This is our first recording of 2022. This is the Ridgeview Pod. My name is Michael Yates, where we try to cover everything hope, healing, and recovery related. And I begin with a long apologetic. My guests today were supposed to be on in 2021, and because of, I don't know, things related to absent-mindedness, COVID, you name it, life in general. We didn't get to have you guys on, but I'm tickled. You are the first episode of a new year. So thank you for being here. So Danielle, why don't you introduce yourself, and then Bethany, you introduce yourself, and then we'll get started.
All right. I am Danielle Smith. I'm a Tennessee prevention specialist here at Ridgeview.
Oh, my name is Bethany Bunch, and I am also a Tennessee prevention specialist.
All right, we got that out of the way. You brought a special guest, I see. We've got a mascot here. Tell me about this.
This is Charlie the chicken.
Charlie the chicken who lost his squeaker.
Yep.
All right. Well, every good team and program needs a mascot. So tell me a little bit about the program just generally. What is it this program provides to children and youth?
So we have named our program Amazing Discoveries, and the A is for alcohol and the D is for drugs. So it's a school-based program funded by the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, and it's an evidence-based. So we see that it is working, and we use the Too Good for Drugs and Violence curriculum, and we do middle schools and high schools. We normally do it in their wellness classes. And we just talk about our different curriculum subjects. We talk about goal setting as well as managing emotions and decision making. We teach assertiveness and try to do conflict resolutions as well as relationships and respect for self and others, as well as, of course, the drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And then our last chapters are maximizing life and minimizing stress.
All right.
So if we maximize life and we minimize the stress, then it might be more apt that kids will not do drugs and alcohol. Because we all know that when we get stressed, we, some can tend to
Yeah.
resort
Yeah.
to alcohol and
Yeah.
drugs.
So
So
how long is the curriculum?
it is a 12-week class.
Okay. So
12
when you
week.
begin in their health class, is it once a week or is it
Yes,
12 consecutive days?
it is once a week.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
And you said it's for middle school and high school, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. They see that the sooner we can reach them, the better. So normally 8th grade and freshmen, but we do all the grades in high school.
Now, in this ever-changing environment of living with COVID, are you guys doing this in person or is it virtual or a combination of both?
This is all in person right now. We do get their email addresses and phone numbers in order to do anything online if we were to go online based again.
Okay. All right.
So
Good.
yeah, we do have our second option there.
Yeah.
We hope we don't have to do that again, but
Yeah. Now, Ridgeview has had amazing discoveries for several years, correct?
yes, I believe 35 years.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Wow. There's quite a
Yeah.
legacy here of
Yes.
trying to do
Yes.
prevention, alcohol and drug prevention. Well, very good. Well, Bethany, tell me in what areas, what counties is this program accessible?
So we're currently in Anderson County, Campbell County, Morgan County, Scott County, and Roane County.
And is it in those school districts or are there also like city districts like Clinton City Schools and
We try to service all of the schools. Obviously, we can't do them all in one semester, but we're definitely trying to branch out.
So
So,
any school district can take advantage of this program.
yes.
Okay. So what's the way to begin if maybe a school is not aware of amazing discoveries and maybe someone who is leading the health class for the middle school or high school and they want to integrate this in as a
hmm
class offering? How do they go about that?
Well, they can contact us at our phone numbers, which Danielle's is 865 or myself, and it is 865-227 3695, or our email addresses, which is smithdl, all lowercase, at ridgeview.com, or mine, bunchbr, all lowercase as well, at ridgeview.com.
Okay, and we'll put these in the program notes. So if you're, and we'll also put it up in the video itself. But it's important for folks to know, if this is a great opportunity to help the youth, yeah, and how to integrate it. Yeah, go ahead, Danielle.
So also they would, if they're interested, they can definitely reach out to us. Um, Normally, the school wellness teacher would contact us, or the principal, as well as the school guidance counselor.
Yeah, okay, great, great. Are there, I seem to recall vaguely,
Mhm.
in years past, pre-COVID,
Mhm.
periodically in the spring, before the end of school, when I would park and the walk a lot, I
Mhm.
would see buses and
Right.
uh, a crowd of kids out around by the climbing tower. So is that integrated into what Amazing Discoveries is about?
Yes, definitely. We bring our students per the actual class to our tower here at Ridgeview in Oak Ridge,
Mhm.
and we have all kinds of fun games and um, a lot of team building. It is amazing to see these kids to actual work together,
Mhm.
and they were quiet, shy, and didn't want to do anything but sit on the bench. And they all end up participating. And, they look at this tower and they're like, no way, not me.
Mhm.
And then towards the end, they're up there. So it is, and they just feel so good about themselves. So yeah, that's always our big fun day. We do that like in the spring. We try to do it in the warmer months.
Yeah.
This past semester, we kind of got cold.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really enjoy that day, and all the kids seem to really enjoy it as
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
Well, I've had the good fortune of being an assistant belayer out there
Yeah.
a time or two. And yeah, what you hear are either, no way, no way,
Mhm.
And by the end, it's, I'm next, I'm next, I'm
Yep.
next.
Yeah.
So it is really cool to see self-confidence grow,
Yes.
sense of competency develop. I can do things that I did not think that I could do.
Mhm.
Yes. And
And
some of those kids, that don't really care for each other.
Yeah.
yeah,
They are all participating together,
yeah,
teamwork, and
yeah.
it's
Mhm.
great.
And then when they rotate in to help belay one of
Yes.
their
Mhm.
classmates, maybe that they're not so fond of, it's a real demonstration of what support,
And trust.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, looks
Yes.
like. Well, I mean, this sounds, not only is there a great legacy around this program, but certainly is another way in which Ridgeview demonstrates its involvement in the school system in all 5 counties that we serve. And it's a great resource. We'll certainly do our best to try to get this out to make sure people know that it is a program that can certainly do more. So if there are districts or county districts that want to take advantage of integrating this, they know how to do it. Uh, so, I mean, it's been a very strange couple years, obviously.
Yes.
I'm certainly curious today,
Mm-hmm.
how do each of you take care of yourself?
A lot
Mm.
a lot of being outside.
Oh,
It
yes.
is kind of cold right now, but yeah, just breathing. We
Mm-hmm.
talk to these kids about, giving the deep breath. We
Yes.
talk about, if you're hyperventilating, and they see the bag inflate, that's the
Mm-hmm.
whole purpose for that. So, your body needs that
Mm-hmm.
air. So
Yeah.
keep keep breathing.
I always distract myself some way. I listen to a lot of podcasts, actually,
Mhm.
true crime, and then I'll do like puzzles while I'm listening to that. So that really helps me unwind. So,
Really?
oh
All
yeah,
right. Okay.
I
I'm
do a
sure
lot of
this podcast is right on your download
oh
list,
yes,
right?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the curriculum. I guess I'm curious, do each of you have a favorite part of the curriculum? One section that you find, that I love this part of this particular curriculum.
Well, we do a lot of games, and we'll do games in the classroom as well, team building games and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And some of our games can start out like really elementary,
Mm-hmm.
red light, green light, but
Right.
we add a little thing, a little bit to it with our
Mm-hmm.
curriculum, and the kids love it, you know.
Yeah,
So
good, good.
we
How
can
about you,
take
Beth?
any game and
Yeah, we
and add our curriculum to it.
Right. I'm
yeah we
sure even the mascot can get involved in some
Yes,
kind of
he
game.
does.
Yeah.
Charlie is always involved.
he loves to meet the kids for sure.
Yeah.
You have a favorite part of the curriculum?
I like when we go over the communication and assertiveness part of it. I love listening to the kids talk back, and that's what I like is the feedback. Because
Mhm.
normally we get a lot of feedback
Huh.
from the kids. It's really
Is
cool.
that nested into the conflict resolution component that you guys mentioned?
It's before the
Okay.
conflict resolution,
Okay.
so
All right.
it's really cool.
Yeah, very good. I might benefit from that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we began to. Is there anything else you want to get out about Amazing Discoveries before I kind of shift the where how we wrap things up?
I don't think so, unless do you, Danielle?
We're just excited to get into more schools and help more kids to learn how to minimize stress and
Yeah.
maximize life.
Most
And
definitely.
Maybe one of the things we can do is share this podcast with the uh, health instructors at
mhm,
each school
yes,
district,
hmm
Oh yeah,
so that where we're not currently involved, and
that'd be great.
uh, maybe that would be helpful. Okay, so towards the end of last year, we began to conclude with just some interesting questions.
Hmm.
You're nodding your head. Have you heard this?
No, but I'm kind of excited. You had like a look on your face.
Yeah. Well, I have to, shamelessly admit that I stole this from a podcast that I listened to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the nod goes to Greg Bennett. He's a triathlete podcast, but he likes to conclude with what I have found some very entertaining, fun questions. And those that listen, certainly our psychosocial rehab folks, listen to this podcast, and they too might, want to play along by asking these questions of themselves.
Hmm.
So I'll look at, we'll alternate just a couple of these. So Danielle,
yes,
what is your favorite family vacation?
the beach.
The beach. Which
Yes.
one? Is there a favorite beach?
There's not a favorite. Anyone with sand
Yeah. So
and water.
you don't even favor the Gulf over the Atlantic or
No, not
okay.
really.
All
No,
right.
I like
Water
it
and
all.
sand and sun. Yeah.
I like it all.
Well, that's good. We've heard that before. Now you mentioned you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
So you mentioned one that you're listening to. What are some do you have some favorite podcasts that you listen to,
Yeah.
subscribe to?
Yes. There's one that I've been subscribed to for months, and I kept listening to it. Danielle can vouch for me. I listen to it while I drive. I listen to it while I'm doing my puzzles. I listen to it while I'm in the shower. It's a really awesome podcast. It's called Morbid, and it is morbid. They do talk about a lot of true crime and then some paranormal stuff. So it's very educational,
So
for
you
sure.
you that was the other one you mentioned was true crime.
Yes.
So morbid and true crime.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
It is interesting.
Now, do you also stream things?
Sometimes. Not as much as podcasts though. I've been really into that.
So what are you currently watching on Netflix?
I was watching that one show. It's called Stay Close. It's like a psychological thriller. So, it's very entertaining.
All right, very
So,
good. I'm in the midst of Afterlife.
oh, okay. Is that
Yeah,
good?
it's you're familiar with the actor in that.
No.
His
Which one was
name
it?
is escaping me right now, but it is yes, Ricky Gervais. Thank you, producer. Uh, where would I be without Donnie Brown? Yes, Ricky Gervais. I find it just so human and funny, and yeah. Okay, thank you, Danielle.
Yes.
Uh, two most used apps on your phone.
Mm, definitely Pinterest.
Okay, I've heard that before.
Yeah, I'm a crafter. And probably Facebook. Facebook has such a bad rap, but that's how I communicate with my
Uh-huh.
family up north.
Yeah,
So I love Facebook
yeah,
for those good reasons. Only for positive.
yeah,
I don't try at all to listen to any of the negative or
yeah,
any really, what's going on
yeah,
in the
Right.
media. I don't know if that's true or false of
yeah,
most. So but I do love posting positive things.
yeah. I love it too for that same reason.
Hmm.
If you subscribe or follow positive things, the
Hmm.
algorithm will start to feed you those
Definitely,
positive things. So,
definitely.
yeah. Okay. Very good. Bethany,
Mhm.
out of 10, how cool would you say you are?
I don't know. I'd want to be humble and say like 8 or something. Well, is that even humble? I don't know if that's humble.
You're pretty close to perfection.
I,
10's the highest.
maybe a 7, I think, because I'm still very dorky. Like,
Nah,
What,
she's about a 10.
what do you think you would have to do differently to move you from a 7 to an 8?
to I think I would definitely have to stop freaking out over like old singers that I used to love when I was younger, like Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I would totally dork out if she's in front of me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know she's the next guest on the podcast.
Oh, I would pass out.
One day. Okay, one more for both of you.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, Danielle, what dinner could you prepare?
I like to cook, so I can pretty much prepare anything that I cook is fairly well. Um,
Do you have a
uh,
favorite that you prepare?
my husband likes lasagna and cheesecake,
All right.
so we do a lot of lasagna and cheesecake and pasta salads and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
So if you could invite three guests that are not family to that lasagna dinner, who would they be? And they can be
Um.
living or dead.
Ooh. Dad would have to be my tutu, which is grandmother in
All right.
Hawaiian, and my auntie. They're both passed,
Okay.
but definitely those two. and one that's not related at all, but a great friend, Beth.
Okay.
Mhm.
Great. Wonderful. Well, certainly with maybe one of those three, you can make that happen.
Yeah.
But it is, yes, endearment for those that are dearly departed
Mhm.
are important. And how about for you, Bethany?
Mine would probably be breakfast food. I love anything breakfast
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
Like, are we talking cereal or are we talking bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit? Or are we
Uh,
talking grandma's breakfast at Cracker Barrel?
yes, I'm talking the whole
All
works.
right.
Like pancakes, bacon,
Yeah.
sausage,
Yeah.
biscuits, all of that.
Yeah. Uncle
So,
Herschel sampler, that whole thing.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. And who are you inviting?
Probably one of them would be my grandfather because he's so funny. He cracks me up all the time. And I'd probably invite maybe my grandmother who passed away. I'd like to meet her, and then I might probably my mom because I'm pretty close with my mom,
All right.
and so she's always supporting me, and I love her dearly. So.
All right, Mom. Get ready for that Uncle Herschel's breakfast. You're coming over to your daughter's house for a meal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing along. I appreciate it. I think it's important, certainly as our staff tune into these,
Mhm.
that it gives them an opportunity to also learn about their fellow colleagues in
Yeah.
the field. So, a lot of great information we're getting out there about amazing discoveries, the great work you guys are doing, and the need to help reach more school districts and schools with this
Right.
great opportunity. Folks, please know in the content section, we will have the phone numbers of these two fine individuals, their email addresses. So if you are interested in knowing how you can uh, enlist the benefit of this program, you can contact them. So, again, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so that you get notification of our next episode, and take good care of yourself. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.